Hello, GDQ. I am super excited to be here. I am Sapy, and I'm joined by my other runners, Chuck, Shadow, and DapperFishMan. I hope you guys are ready to see everybody's favorite web-slinging wall crawler do some really crazy stuff. You're going to see some really good techs, some really good movement tech, and some pretty insane glitches as this run goes on. So I think the costume was... can somebody tell me what the costume was for that? I think would be Scarlet Spider pulled ahead.
That's correct. Only $5 difference. Scarlet Spider is the one.
Alrighty, so we're gonna go ahead and do Scarlet Spider. And then we will go ahead and move on to easy mode, and we will start the run in 3, 2, 1, go. And so to begin the run, just to start off, Spider-Man is being framed for a crime that he didn't do. So we are going to try and figure out what's going on. And in that process, we're going to be doing some pretty cool movement tech. You'll see that I will be canceling my web slings using jumps and then going on with another swing just so I can get some height and speed at the same time. These first two levels are kind of just get from point A to point B as fast as possible, so we want to get really good at that web slinging.
Yeah, sometimes I wonder, is Cat ever right, you think?
Thinks he's right. Is it the Jade Syndicate?
It is the Jade Syndicate. Yeah. So for these first section of levels, the Jade Syndicate is in some random bank, and Spider-Man's going to get sidetracked, even though there's the entirety of New York is gassed up by this crazy conspiracy. And during this bank robbery, Spider-Man is going to phase through a wall. Yeah, he's going to go ahead and phase through a wall, and we are going to deload the level doing this. And then we're going to continue through the level and do the objective, as there is nothing but black void in between.
Yeah, this game will see a lot of Spider-Man's secret superpowers that they don't necessarily talk about.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's almost like he's paper thin. Oh, sometimes I don't really know how else we would explain it, but it's pretty sweet.
Yeah, his hitbox ends up being paper thin, which ends up helping out with a lot of skips, including getting past this next door. He's just gonna zip straight through the corner there.
Yep.
And bam.
Right through the door. It's pretty sweet. Normally, if we don't do that, we do have to defeat up to like 5 or 6 enemies and save some hostages, so that door will unlock on its own. But we are not going to save the hostages. This isn't the best Spider-Man in the world. He's not very nice when we do this run, but that's all right. We're going to go ahead and throw this bomb into the safe and go ahead and give it a close. And we will be finishing off the first section of the levels. We are done with the Jade Syndicate. And we are going to be moving on to Race to the Bugle. And in Race to the Bugle, if one of you guys would like to talk about that, that is fine.
Sure. So Race to the Bugle here is another one of our basically open level swinging ones. You're typically expected to swing and climb to the tops of buildings and then use that height to help swing to the next buildings. We don't need that. We have swing canceling, so we can just move to the next buildings as much as possible. We're going to be avoiding crawling as much as possible because even though it's a cool power of his, it's very slow. So we are just going to swing as close to the buildings as possible without actually touching them, so we don't have to worry about crawling at all. And like that, we are right here at the Daily Bugle, and we are about to fight Scorpion, who has it out for J. Jonah Jameson.
I had to take out that enemy there. Sometimes he will snipe you from miles away. It feels like FaZe Clan's over there on the building, but that's all right. For this level, we're going to go ahead and put on our web gloves, and we're going to do some kick-punch combos. That would be the strongest combo in the game. This level is RNG. Sometimes you have to deal with J. Jonah Jameson running through the door like he just did right there. Fortunately, we got some good RNG. JJ likes us today. We're going to go ahead and move on, though.
Very uncommon for him to like you like that.
Yeah, when it comes to Scorpion, if he does like you, you might blink and miss the entire level. So And then in this point of the game, say hi to Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2. Say goodbye to Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2. And then we are going to continue being chased by the police. In this game, these comic book police don't really seem to care about anything in the city. They are just going to nuke everything in Spider-Man's path, just trying to get something from him, and we will just be doing a point A to point B swing.
Very
Just
clean.
like that, we
Very
move
clean.
on to the next one.
Yep. And for missile attack, which is this next level, this is one of those levels you play as a kid and you're like, oh my gosh, it takes forever to get through this. But we got ceiling zips, which is the act of pressing the right bumper when there's a surface above you, and you can just go straight up, and we're just gonna skip a lot of the crawling doing that, thankfully.
Can't skip the sound, though.
I was gonna say it's definitely the loudest level in the game.
Yeah, certainly it can be loud and distracting sometimes, but thankfully we got that situated. And we'll just keep doing these web zips to the ceiling so we can get through this. And then moving on, we got building top chase. Personally, I think Shadow would also agree with me that this is not the best level in the game.
I think all of the runners would agree building top chase is low on the tier list.
It's pretty low on the level tier list. I mean, it's a fun level, like, to look at, but it likes to fight back sometimes. I mean, you got this chopper shooting at you the whole time, and you know, there's just a lot of enemies, and sometimes they will just snipe you from miles away. And so, yeah, we got some really good swings through that building there. We're just going to continue on, and hopefully we'll get this good angle here. And yeah, we're good. We will be moving on to scale the girders.
I think it's worth noting on that level that a lot of people hate it because of the pixels on the corners that can send you straight to the death floor.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, lots of those in this.
Certainly. But we're not going to worry about that because did you guys know that Spider-Man can fly?
You'll
I
know.
believe a Spider-Man can fly.
You'll believe it here now.
Another secret superpower.
Little loop-de-loop.
Yep.
Yeah. Look at that flourish.
Shout out to Spyron for doing that on Hotfix, so I just had to do it myself.
The tradition alive.
And speaking of hitting a random pixel and going to the death floor, you kind of can do it here too. But instead, this one is actually helpful. This glitch is the most recent skip found about
Very nice.
less than a year ago. But yeah, we got that good.
That's what we call teleparker, and it saves about 10 or so seconds. So good on Sap for getting that one.
Yeah, you got that right away,
Very
so
quick.
definitely max time save.
And I'm going to be going on to the next boss fight, everybody's favorite little rhino. Not a very nice dude, but we're going to take advantage of web domes, and which is triangle and holding right. And we're also going to hold circle at the same time, so we can just instant break that web dome, and we're just going to, you know, just sit here and just hit him. Oh, okay. I guess he's a zombie at this point, but we're just going to go ahead and do one more web dome there.
That pixel health can be brutal.
Yeah, certainly.
Yeah. Rhino also likes to just fight back sometimes, but
Yeah.
pretty clean.
And for the next level, we got Catch Venom. Essentially what's happened is Venom thinks you're the bad guy in this situation, and since he is, you know, somebody told me he's not the logical protector, he's the lethal protector. So he kidnapped your wife in response. Very cool dude. But this level's pretty much a 2.5-minute auto-scroller. Basically, you can't be too fast, but you can't be too slow as well, or else you'll just lose Venom. So I think this is a good moment for donations if you have any.
I've got plenty of them. $10 from KuritasKRT who says, Spider-Man speedruns? Will I wake up in 5 hours for that? I'll try. We'll see if you're here right now. $25 from Fetty who says, hey Sap, love you man. Had to give Zoe one thing since he's not here. I know you'll make this run legendary. Good luck and may the RNG god be with you.
Thank you so much.
$50 from Alara who says, hey Sap, can't wait to see you sling your way to a PB. Break a leg. Doc Ox, of course. Shoutouts from the floor couch. $25 from Naluki who says, I'm already at full health.
I'm already at full health.
Already at full
Already
health.
full health.
We've got some great donations coming in. Keep them coming in. gdq.gg/donate. We've got lots of time here. We've got lots of auto scrollers and cutscenes here, so now's the perfect time to send messages to the runners and everyone else if you'd like to.
Yeah, I would say if you have any more, we still probably got about 30 to 40 seconds left.
Wow, this is a long auto scroller.
Yeah, we got two sides to this one for sure. But I appreciate all the donations. Very awesome.
Yeah, no worries. I've got $500 from Toast, who says, I didn't realize does whatever a spider can, included warping the fabric of reality. I wasn't afraid of spiders before. So
Amazing.
maybe I should be.
Did you know all spiders can do that?
Yeah, I guess all of them can. Yeah, certainly. They can also all fly.
Also giving a boost to the ultimate life form for the crossworlds facing bid war. Can't risk a faker taking the top spot there.
And so for this next boss fight, we're going to be fighting Venom. We're just going to do some kick, punch combos. It should only take 3. You can also get away with doing 2 kick punches and then 2 web balls, and that should be about the minimum damage you can possibly do to defeat Venom. And then we're going to go ahead and go over here and pick up this web cartridge, and I just want to pick up a box because why not?
Nice.
He's so strong.
I can hear the other side.
All right.
And for this next section of levels, we got sewer entrance. This one is pretty interesting. We're just going to use some dive kicks to get some quick speed, and we're going to take the walls to our advantage and go ahead and move through this level.
Yeah, earlier we said that swinging is the fastest mode of transportation in this game, but you'll see Sapy was jumping a lot in those tunnels. And that's because for some reason they didn't allow webs in the tunnels, except for one specific spot which you saw him zip there.
Yeah. For some reason, it's like the cave walls that they really don't want you swinging to. I'm sure that's intended for some reason, but that's all right.
We're out of here. We get a fun little camera trick here by aiming straight down. So you get to see out of the level for that cutscene. It's great.
It's pretty fun little trick. It does literally nothing for you, but it's pretty cool to see the outside of that map. And then for the next level, we call it's Sewer Cavern, but we call this one God Pipes. Usually you're supposed to use targeting mode to get to each one of these pipes, but we're not going to do that because we just don't want to do that. It takes too long. And I just want to point out, New York has an insane sewer system in this game.
The infrastructure's top notch.
Absolutely insane. But we're going to get that God Pipe perfect, and we're just going to move on to the next auto score here. Basically, what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to stand in a very specific spot, and I'm going to hopefully let the lizard just go right on top of my character's model, and then if it works as we want it to, we should be able to just sit here for the entirety of the level. No hands if I wanted to. We're just going to sit here and wait through this level. So yeah, this is also another really good time for donations.
Sounds like a plan. Look, no hands. Why would we do this? $10 from Spyron, who says, it's so incredible to finally see Spider-Man 2000 on the GDQ stage after it was last here 13 years ago. And I couldn't think of anyone better than Mr. Sap himself. So proud of you, Sap, and all you've achieved since starting to run this game. Big love to you and to everyone on the couch. The Spider-Man community wouldn't be what it is without you all. Can't wait to see what 2026 holds for us all.
Spyro, you legend.
$5 from Crystal says, Spider-Man was one of 2 games I had access to as a kid, and I had no idea anyone else knew that this game existed, and I'm so hyped to see it torn apart. The other game was Rugrats Search for Reptar, if anyone's curious.
That's a great one. That's a great one.
You're killing this run. Good stuff.
Thank you so much.
$200 from Draxwar says, Axel, too much love to y'all for holding these events. Late good luck wishes to Sapy.
Drax, the real one.
Very nice.
Drax the legend.
Love you, bud.
And $100 from Spidey, who says, Spidey sense is tingling. I'm going to surf the web.
Surf the web. Surf the web.
Good stuff.
Mary Jane's at the next stop, Spidey.
$25 from Woody, who says, I love this game. I still remember receiving it as a birthday gift 25 years ago. So it makes it extra special to be seeing at GDQ today of all days. Because today, I'm celebrating my 37th birthday. Happy birthday, Woody.
Happy birthday. We're about to finish this level. I know the bar isn't quite yet done, but we can just start killing the lizards a little bit early, and just you can get the subway train to end early for you if you'd like. So we're gonna go ahead and try that now. And we're just gonna do that by sending web balls down the middle of the train as they drop down. And I think we got some pretty good movement right there.
It's a good angle.
Yeah, it's
Good
a pretty
lineup.
good one. I think we ended that really early. We call that one Super Train.
Yeah, very,
Very nice.
Very fast train.
A little bit of tech in the auto scroller.
And then we've got sewer inch. I don't remember.
Sewage plant.
Sewage plant.
Remember any of the
yeah.
names casually.
Yeah, normally this one you have to press all up to 6 levers to get through this lever. But we are not going to do that because Spider-Man is paper thin. We are going to enter targeting mode and just, well, these lizards do not like me, so we're going to defeat that one and then enter targeting mode to get through that little gap right there. We're gonna hit that lever, wait for the water to fall down, and then move on.
Easy
Did
peasy.
Spidey skip leg day? He did
Nope.
not.
Clean jump, clean jump.
I think this next one's what, the longest level in Spider-Man, maybe?
Probably the hardest too.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, we might be here for just a little bit.
Yeah, so if you get right here and you just, and we're done with that level.
It's over. Very
None
nice,
of those
very nice.
switches were hidden.
Yeah, none of those, they were not hidden. So for the next level, we call Tunnel Crawl. This one is like a 2-parter, 2 tricks in one kind of thing. Very cool. Normally, during this little water section, you have to just really be as fast as you can and get these ceiling zips. So I'm going to go ahead and let one of them explain this while I focus up.
Yeah, so coming up across tunnel crawl, usually you're supposed to wait for like the 1 cycle, as Sap was saying, but
I'm
with
stuck.
the power of the roof zips, the ceiling zips, we're able to kind of clear this in 1 cycle.
We're not going to be able to do that here because
yeah.
I got stuck. That's all right, though.
Oh, good. Get to do it in
Spider-Man
more
gi-
Spider-Man time. More
Spider-Man
Spider-Man time.
giveth and Spider-Man
Taketh away.
Yeah.
And then we also, as Sap was saying, this is a 2-parter. So we have the ceiling zips that we need to hit, and then what we're going to come into is another trick of the flying spider comes back. So we'll be able to see some of that coming up. But we also didn't discuss that after the subway, while we have that nice little break, it enters what we call the gauntlet, where Sap is now going to go through really just a really skip-heavy segment of the run, where we have tunnel crawl, lizard maze, and a whole bunch of other really difficult levels.
Unfortunately, our toes touch the water, and I guess Spider-Man cannot swim. So we are going to have to restart this level. That is okay, though.
He can fly, he can phase through walls, paper thin, but if his big toe touches just a little bit of water,
He's gone.
He's gone.
And this is the only version where it's that bad, because you can play on Dreamcast, you can play on PC, and you can pretty much go swimming in that water before it counts as a game over.
And there we were able to get that 1 cycle water right
Yeah, very
there.
clean
So
that.
very clean.
Good job on
Very
that
clean.
1 cycle.
I know we can, if we take out the first 2 lizards in this level, we can touch the water a little bit more for some reason. Do we know if that also works on this section of it?
I
been
honestly
tested?
I don't think a lot of people have been testing that, so I can't say for certain. But you know, water lethality tied to lizard health is an amazing way to do it.
But yeah, there we see Sap nail that flying spider, kind of goes over the level plane to hit, skip hitting some switches, and swings right into the end zone there.
And then we are going to do a trick we call Fetty Fall. It's basically just the act of being a piece of paper, like we've been saying, and hopefully falling through this little gap here in the floor, just like so.
Shoutouts to Fetty for finding this skip.
And instead of pressing 2 buttons and opening 4 doors, we're just gonna go under them.
Very clean Fetty fall.
Thank you, thank you.
Way harder than it looks.
It is very
sure, yeah.
difficult.
Find Mary Jane. You need to crawl on this
So here we are on Lizard Maze, where we take the concept of the tunnel crawl of zipping along the roof, and we crank it up to 11 for a bit. You got to get the exact right positioning to get across the ceiling, otherwise you are just gone. And then we are going to phase through the corners here, not just once, but twice, so that we can skip an end-level cutscene, in-game cutscene, and save ourselves another like 5 or 7 seconds just in that alone.
Yeah, there's another like further down path that we're gonna swing into where you hit a cutscene, but because we can just kind of flip through that wall, Sap gets to skip it.
Yep. And for the next boss fight, say hello to Venom again. Except he is trying to drown our wife. We don't like that. That is not very nice, Venom. Stop. So we're gonna hopefully get 3 kick punches on him. This one is also pretty RNG based. At this point, he can kind of just spawn anywhere he wants. We are going to stand here to hopefully manipulate his spawn. If he spawns on the other side like he just did, that's not really that great. We want him to spawn right here.
Yeah, classic run. Not necessarily a killer, but you know, you get a lot of seconds can add up depending on where he spawns.
Yeah, if he spawns over there twice, it will take up to 4 cycles rather than 3, but that's okay.
Venom 2, always being nice.
We're gonna grab a web cartridge just to be on the safe side as well.
Why did you come?
And then we are going to be moving on into SIB. Symbiotes Infest Bugle.
Yeah, this was one of my favorite levels to learn. This trick here where we turn around in target mode, we kind of shove ourselves in between this cabinet here and the wall. You'll see Sapy hit it here in a second, but it phases us out of the level, and we have to do a real precise swing to get around the walls here that you see, and we're completely deloaded the level, essentially, at this point.
So now we can file that under S for skip.
We also missed the Surf the Web, awesome cutscene.
Yeah, unfortunately, we missed the Surf the Web cutscene doing that. They're just skipping cutscenes in general. We're also going to flip to the other side of the wall here. I messed up a little bit. Was not expecting the wall to not want to give that to me. But we're going to go ahead. This is also an auto-scroller, elevator is, but we can just go outside of the level and just, yeah. I am having some color issues, and I don't think I am able to see. So let us go ahead and try this one more time. This symbiote's in the way.
Doesn't seem to work on these guys.
The annoying thing about these symbiotes is your webs don't take them out, so you have to shoot them with the normal web to try to stun them and get the trick off before they can unstun themselves.
Right. I mean, they do have fire webbing, but that takes time to get, so we have to really just kind of deal with them and get out of their way.
Shout out to Spyron for being on world record pace and getting stuck on that little lamp that I almost got stuck on. Thankfully.
There's one down.
I think that'd be fine.
So here we are in the printing press here. We need to take out the first 2 generators so that we can open up this far door. And then once this door closes, we're once again going to do one of our sort of corner phase outs and hit the end level trigger and completely bash that level.
Yeah, there were 2 more generators there we were supposed to hit, but
Yeah, we are going to be able to get through this run.
Whoever's controlling the generator.
So for this next level, this is my favorite skip to do. Basement, pretty difficult. Yeah, if somebody wants to explain that one.
Yeah, so for basement, as we can see, Sap turns around there. That kind of like shutter door closes and kind of locks us out. But if we are able to zip back in, we deload the level and we're able to kind of swing underneath it. We see there, we actually can't necessarily do the swing at the end, but making that really, really hard trick look really good.
That looked very clean.
Good first try.
Moving on to one of the next boss fights. Personally, as a kid, I was like, this is so awesome. And but we're just gonna stand in this very specific spot, so Mysterio cannot like really touch us at all. He just has trouble, and everything he tries to do to you just phases through. So we're just gonna go ahead and web ball everything that he's got, and he's just gonna probably be confused because he's trying, but yeah. And that will be Mysterio.
Just like that.
Very nice.
Thank you.
Right now, you're thinking.
You were thinking.
I bet he was thinking.
Why can't I pick him up?
And then we will be
What's
moving
going on?
Next, we're going to be moving on to Waterfront Warehouse. This one is also a pretty long level. It requires breaking 5 generators, falling through a bunch of hoopla, but we're going to skip through that by going through this barrel and just jumping. Just hopefully we can hit that level trigger. We're going to count 5 fans and then stop moving forward, and we're going to hit that
Nice.
level
Nice.
trigger.
That is the most vibes-based skip of the
The
entire
whole run's
run.
vibes, but
Yeah,
that
you
one
just-
in particular is very vibey.
That one is hope and pray, for sure. So
It's a leap of faith, Miles.
Count to 5 and then you just
Right. This one is basically just some swings. I would say you could probably get some. You probably get some donations through just 1 or 2 on this level.
You betcha. $5 from Sodalier, who says, we thought it was impossible, but after 12 years, our game is finally back. It fills me with so much joy, but what it really puts me on the verge of crying is watching you, Sap, after all the struggle you had to go through to get where you are now. I'm so proud of you, my true only goat.
Soda, you legend.
$5 from Sop Jesse, who says, I'm happy to see the GOAT speedrunning Spider-Man. Also, you forgot to pick up the comic.
Little backstory on that one. I was on world record racing Jesse, and I missed a comic, and he celebrated. And I was not very happy about it. But we are okay. So for this next skip, we got Stopping the Fog. This one's pretty interesting. You got to press 3 levers to save Black Cat, but if you pick up that fireball web cartridge ability there, you can use that to hit this lever 3 times. And doing that plays this cutscene over itself 3 times and will load up your PS2's RAM. And if you do not reset your PS2 after doing this skip, the thing will crash once you try and do this run again. So if you do this run, make sure you reset after doing this skip.
You gonna get
also a good thing we just saw those fire webs that we talked about a little bit earlier.
And that's the only time we'll see them.
Yeah,
Don't get
that's-
to use them; they're super cool, but
That is the only time we will be using them.
at least we get to see them a little bit.
Bye, firewebs.
And then we will be moving into Doc Ock, a very notorious boss fight.
Absolutely. We find out that Doc Ock is the big bad here. And Dab, why don't you tell us a little bit about this boss fight?
Yeah, so this is it doesn't look particularly tricky on the outside, but when you're going for the fastest time possible, you want to do it in 1 cycle. So our goal here is to hit these switches as they're coming down to sap some of the shield's power from the shield around Doc Ock. And then on the last one, you'll see Sap watch for Doc Ock to do an attack animation or a laugh animation. And then when he's not doing either of those, he'll hit the final switch and charge him with his web gloves and kick, punch twice, and then do the web dome cancel that we were talking about earlier. See this attack,
That's it.
no laugh, web gloves, and he'll go in. And it is very tight. Very unfortunate, but that happens more often than not.
It's
Yeah, very
a lot harder than it looks to get that sequence just right.
Yeah, the timing is very tight on that.
Yep, very. Very much so. That is A-okay, though.
And it's not worth resetting at this point because you're going to have to go through the same switches regardless. So you might as well just go through the second phase in the same manner.
Yeah, it's a lot safer to do so because once the shield goes down, we can just hit him with a couple of web balls and we'll be all set.
Certainly not getting this 1 cycle is a run killer, though. It has done it many times for me and others. But so goodbye, Doc Ock. I will not miss you.
Adios, sir.
And then for this next boss fight, we are going to be moving on to Carnage. Yep, it did. And then for Carnage, this sound bubble's gonna be here. It's supposed to disappear, but if we knock him out of the sound bubble after X amount of time and then pull him back in, the game's not gonna realize that he's just coming right back in. So it's going to not get rid of that sound bubble, and we can use that to our advantage to do more damage on him.
What are you doing?
And if he escapes, we can just grab him and knock him back into the bubble and restart our little stun lock here.
Yeah, for as dangerous as he's supposed to be, getting staggered by one punch is very impressive.
Very nice that he chose to fight us in this arena with his one weakness.
His one weakness, yeah, very convenient of him.
Yeah.
Everyone say thank you, Carnage.
Thank you, Carnage.
And then we will be moving on to the last level. And my commentators, if you'd like to get a chance to do any closing comments.
Yeah.
Time.
Awesome. Yeah, I'd just like to shout out my fiance Nicole for always supporting the crazy amount of hours we spend speedrunning. Shout out to the Spider-Man community. I've been in a lot of speedrunning communities, and the Spider-Man one is definitely one of the best. Super friendly, everybody. And then shout outs to GDQ for having us again. It's great to see Spider-Man on the big stage.
Quick shout outs to my wife, who has done everything in her power to make sure that I can be here as comfortably and safely as possible this entire week, taking days off and helping to schedule with my mother to watch over her child. So big thanks to all the people in my life that are making sure that I could be here enjoying this thing that I love so much.
Yeah, not to reiterate over again, but I want to thank my wife as well. A lot of hours get put into speedrunning, especially with this game with all the tricks. And thank you to the Spider-Man community. I'm one of the newer runners here, so them taking me under their wing has been amazing. And of course, thank you to GDQ for having us here. This has been a dream since I was 14, 15, so it's great to be here.
Alrighty. And I just want to point out that this Carnage monster Awk is absolutely nightmare fuel. When I was a kid, this level just scared me so much. Just absolutely terrifying. And yeah.
Yeah, definitely. You know, it's like, what were they aiming for? Do they know this was a game catered to kids? Like Resident Evil Spider-Man.
Right.
I mean, they have kid mode.
So just for myself, we are going to be finishing the run here soon, but we will be hitting time here in about a couple seconds. I will let you know as soon as I can. So this last hallway right here that I'm going down, we will end time in right about now.
Great run.
Very strong. Awesome job, Sap.
Very nice
work.
Well done.
Thank you so much, everybody. Huge shout out to GDQ for allowing me to be here. I have been speed running in general for not even really a year. I started running this game at January 12th, so we're about to hit my anniversary. I'm so happy and just beyond stoked to be here. I've been watching this show for so long, and I can't believe I was able to make it here. So I'm very thankful, and I hope you guys really enjoyed this run.